Yo, yo, Tony D back with a mega review. Top book for me, fantastic read. Batman Dark Patterns, issue 11. This is part 2 of the Child of Fire arc. And we have Dan Waters doing the writing, which is phenomenal. And Hayden Sherman busting them pencils. It's been a heck of a ride. Let's get into this bad boy. To get you caught up, the Child of Fire, he's actually a journalist that was manipulating Batman with Dr. Sarika, the mortician that was helping Batman out on some cases. And that's a big part of the antagonist, just manipulating Batman, wearing him out, essentially. So the antagonist has Dr. Sarika, and they are using Firefly pretty much as a reluctant prophet. They need insight into the villain's ideology. And so they're using Firefly to see if they can get into that, to figure out what's going on. And Batman, he's probably about, I would say, midway in his detective work. He's in that detective mode right now. And he's recovering from a gunshot wound in a previous issue on the last story arc. So our guy's worn down mentally, physically, and spiritually, I would say. So the ideology is really important, and it's really masterful how they come to this. Batman has really been referenced as like a fever, or an immune response system of Gotham. Gotham is really treated as a character itself, like a living organism, and that plays into the antagonist's motives. And you get this, gosh, it's so brilliant how this whole series, they've always had renderings where it's almost ghostly, like a metaphysical element is at play. And I just can't say enough about it, where there's a creep vibe. Man, it's up to 10. So Firefly, actually, he's really on the cusp of the or not motive, but why this person is doing this. And he mentions that he could be seeking to build something or destroy it. This is a highly ritualistic manner that he goes about. And look at the pattern, like the panel work, it's so cinematic. It's really great. I think this is the top book for like panel work. I can't think of one that's better. So you get a brief insight to like why this is happening. Highly ritualistic, and with flames, it's rebirth, right? The Phoenix, maybe a restart of something. We'll find out. So the detective doing his detective work, and this even plays into the whole ritualistic vibe. Doesn't this look like a ritual, like some kind of, I don't know, man. It looked really religious looking, like I don't know, man, it's almost like, a pentagram or something, like something. When I say religious, man, it's like something maybe demonic. I don't know, man. We'll keep it rolling. So he is, like I said, he's in detective mode, but he's hurt. And he's like, there's more of that ghostly, like, rendering, suggesting metaphysical elements at work. And Batman, he's starting to piece together the patterns of the fires. He's almost manic in a sense. And this is a point where we see Alfred's, dad voice. I mean, he's trying to shake him out of it. Ah, dude, more of that ghostly. That's really good. So Alfred's just trying to, even there's a reference of a wound, an infection, even right here, and it's the bullet wound that he received. So here is our Child of Fire. He's got Dr. Sarika, man. He is not happy with that dude because, as he explains here, in a way, he's making Batman more of a grounded to earth type person and not that metaphysical element that he feels Batman should be. And the more he describes, like, this is probably the page that I like most in the book, is just this ghostly, he leans into it, that metaphysical element, man. It's very strong in all the issues. So he's explaining to Sarika how he's been manipulating Batman, threading him into the seams of Gotham. And this page right here really tells a lot of it, probably all of it, really. So as he begins describing how he has helped Batman become more grounded to earth, more real, and how it just doesn't play into Gotham's, not scheme of things, but the natural order that Gotham should be in. So what he's really saying here is that he's attempting to erase Batman because he believes that Gotham must be purged. And it's a purging of the cycle of violence. And Batman is the symbol that's perpetuating that cycle. He's really saying that Batman is the pattern of recurring trauma, keeping Gotham trapped in fear and violence. So he doesn't believe he's a criminal. He believes he's doing the right thing. It is so. So if Batman is still around, he believes Gotham will never heal. So if he can erase Batman, he can, rebuild from the ashes. And it's just Batman's presence just invites escalation. That whole cycle, I think we've all been introduced to in the Batman mythos, is like he creates the villains, creates the chaos by being what he is. Like it just escalates. So Batman, literally, he's figuring it out right now, where the patterns of the fires are being copied, from historical fires. And there was one that was like the biggest fire in Gotham, and it's the last one. So he really leans into his deduction skills, and this is brilliant, where you're here now, and then you're getting flashes of the great fire that Gotham had, and it's blended extremely good. He talks about how there's some talking about, the population was huge at the time, and without modern communication and stuff like that, like, they didn't have a way to keep this really from happening. Everything was really set in place where the fire was just so huge, like it just burned it to the ground, and then they rebuilt. That's where our antagonist is leading to. This right here, this line right here is extremely, I wouldn't say confusing, but at first I was like, what is he talking about? Like inside him? And I believe that he's confronting the idea that he may have inspired this destruction that's going on now. So with that being said, it's like there's some introspection going on where, was it a past mistake, an overlooked ally, or the symbol that he represents? So that's why I think he says inside me. It's like an introspection thing. And then it also alludes to, does Batman know this guy on some kind of level? Or I think it would be more, he may be related to something that happened in his life, because he has talked to him face to face. So there may be some kind of indirect connection there. It's a mystery, and I really believe that something's like that's going to be sprung up on us. This is really great, how it's in the cape. So our antagonist, Batman, the Great Fire started in the financial district. That's profound as well. And the whole mask is really like, it's almost like it evokes fragility, childhood, anonymity. Like maybe this seems to be a clue as to who or what happened to create this. This has to be more than that, man. It has to be some kind of symbolic um, type of clue. So he's gonna burn it. And he's even so calm, like it's really eerie just how calm he is as well. And I mean, he just lets it go. He has bombs in other places as well. And I mean, this is a great panel. The whole how tall it is, like that lengthening of that really gives it some serious depth as to how big this thing could be. And then even the details of the people, look how small they are. Like it gives you that sense of how great this fire is, hence the great fire. Oh, it's so brilliant how he's walking while he's on fire. He's bringing Sarika in there. I didn't notice that at first, but he has him in a suit. And then boom, what a great shot of Batman overlooking the city. And there's a strong, throughout this whole series, it's like Gotham is a character on its own. And I've read other books in Batman that lean into that as well. It's not the first time that, Gotham has been portrayed as pretty much a character or an entity itself. And it's just, man, the narration is so great, man. There's so much more that can come out of this. It's like Dan Waters, like his writing sets up so much more, narrative material each issue. But it's a great ride. I love trying to figure out what's going on. This one was pretty tough. But if you look closely, you'll see the patterns.